This week, Vizio, one of the biggest makers of internet-controlled connected televisions, agreed to pay $2.2 million to settle charges that it has been collecting and selling viewing data from millions of TVs without the consent or knowledge of the set's owners. Vizio recorded the date, time, channel, and whether users were watching a live broadcast or recording. It then linked all that data to each user's IP address. It also measured advertisement effectiveness by cross-referencing the IP addresses to see if people would search for content on their computers after seeing ads. They sold this data to the highest bidder, groups they call authorized data partners, including analytics companies, media companies, and advertisers, where it was matched to other personal information like sex, age, income, marital status, household size, education, home ownership, and household value. And they claimed people's names were removed to anonymize the data, or so they claimed. This is not surprising, especially when there's an easy buck to be made from selling surveillance. Samsung was caught in 2015 with an updated privacy policy that said, "Please be aware that if your spoken words include personal or other sensitive information, that information will be among the data captured and transmitted to a third party through your use of voice recognition." Recently, an Amazon Alexa is wanted for potentially capturing audio of a murder. Since these Alexas and Google Homes respond to wake-up words, they must always be listening. So police hope it may have captured audio related to someone murdered in a hot tub. Another guy was incriminated by his own heart's pacemaker recently for arson and insurance fraud, with his cardiologist saying, "It is highly improbable Mr. Compton would have been able to collect, pack, and remove the number of items from the house, exit his bedroom window, and carry numerous large and heavy items to the front of his residence during the short period of time he has indicated due to his medical conditions." Police were able to secure a search warrant and collect the pacemaker's electronic records to scrutinize his heart rate, the demand on the pacemaker, and heart rhythms prior to and at the time of the incident. And if you think your kids are safe, think again. Just last year, before the holiday shopping rush, two children's doll makers were questioned about the data they collect from children. The My Friend Kayla and IQ Intelligent Robot ask kids for information including the child's name, parents' names, favorite program and meal, location of school, favorite toy, and the place I live in. "Hi, Sarah. My name's Kayla. Let's play a game. It's called Find Mommy and Daddy's Credit Card." This kind of stuff violates Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, the COPA rule, and Section 5 of the Federal Trade Commissions Act. The next step is capturing your thoughts. Mark Zuckerberg has funded a company that intends to do that. Of course, they advertise it will be to help the sick and those with paralysis. But this is coming from the billionaire CEO who was photographed last year with tape over his webcam and microphone. Self-driving cars will also be valuable surveillance devices because everywhere they go, for hundreds of feet in all directions, everything will be recorded and analyzed. And if this video looks grainy or blurry, don't worry. New algorithms from Google will make it crystal clear, ready to be sold to advertisers and or the government. Over 40 years ago, former National Security Advisor to President Jimmy Carter, Zbigniew Brzezinski, wrote a book detailing how this would lead to the ultimate technotronic control in his book, Between Two Ages, America's Role in the Technotronic Error. He said, "The technotronic error involves the gradual appearance of a more controlled society. Such a society would be dominated by an elite, unrestricted by traditional values. Soon it will be possible to assert almost continuous surveillance over every citizen and maintain up-to-date complete files containing even the most personal information about the citizen. These files will be subject to instantaneous retrieval by the authorities." In the technotronic society, the trend would seem to be towards the aggregation of the individual support of millions of uncoordinated citizens, easily within the reach of magnetic and attractive personalities, exploiting the latest communications techniques to manipulate emotions and control reason. This was in 1970. So here we go, people. Head first into our 1984 dystopic nightmare. Watch your TV to make sure it's not watching you. I'll leave links in the description with instructions on how to disable the data collection. And if you would like to buy a smart TV anyways, or Zbigniew Brzezinski's book, I'll link to those also. In the meantime, hide your wife, hide your kids, and hide your husbands too, because they spying on everybody up in here.